Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be my very fall haul. All of these perfumes I hauled specifically for fall time. They are perfumes that I think will be great in hotter climate as well as going into cooler climate, or if you just get true fall. So these scents are a little more versatile. There are a couple that I would say I would reserve more for cooler weather, but for the most part, a lot of these are perfumes that not only to me give me fall vibes, but they're perfumes that you can wear year round. So I thought they were perfect because I know that a lot of people have been appreciating that I've been giving perfumes that you can wear that kind of give you that fall feeling, but aren't going to be too overbearing or like annoying. If you hear rain and crackling, I did turn up the background a little bit more because my little guys are sleeping right around here. It kind of relaxes the dogs. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, so first up we have Michael Kors Super Gorgeous. And I was actually looking into picking up Michael Kors Gorgeous. I had been reading reviews on Fragrantica and it seemed like a perfume that I would possibly like, but since we were heading into fall, I went ahead and looked up Super Gorgeous, and then when I looked up the notes, I was like, yeah, that's gonna definitely be more fall. When I was looking at the notes, I was like, okay, this is gonna be along the lines of like Sarah Jessica Parker's Stash and By the Fireplace. It's gonna be like a kind of smoky, woody scent, and it is, but in a very light kind of way. This is a scent that is not a safe blind buy. I can see a lot of people saying it might feel a little masculine to them. And this perfume is described as woody, amber, sweet, citrus, yellow floral, white floral, powdery, tobacco, warm, spicy, and aromatic. And this has notes of mandarin orange, bergamot, myrrh, ylang ylang, orange blossom, jasmine sambac, orris, base notes of amber, tobacco, atlas cedar, sandalwood, albenum, and tonka bean. But it's all of that blended and kind of dialed back. So if Sarah Jessica Parker's Stash, and I know I've been mentioning that one, but that's what this reminded me of when I sprayed it. It was like a softer, more unisex, but leaning a little feminine and not as complex. It's a very beautiful scent. The tobacco in here isn't very strong, and it's not like a smoky tobacco, even though this does have like a spiciness. I'm sure that's coming from the myrrh, and it's not super sweet. I would say this is more of a floral, warm, spicy kind of scent. Very beautiful. And then when I layered this with Bath and Body Works Sweater Weather, I'll pop in a picture right here. It reminded me of Kayali's Invite Only Amber, I forget what number it is, perfume. There isn't too much of a fruitiness to this one, and Kayali's perfume, if you saw my first impressions of that one also reminded me of Sarah Jessica Parker, but a more cherry version. I don't know if because Sweater Weather has like, I think it's apple in it. When I layered those together, I got that, but without kind of the vintage florals that I picked up from that one when I had tried it out the first few times. So I really enjoy this scent. This is already going on my third day, not in a row, but this is the third time I've tested it out. I will say that the performance on this one is probably, I don't want to say poor, but a little less than moderate. I would just say this is definitely more like an in your area kind of scent, but I haven't worn it out. So it's one I want to follow up with on projection and sillage, but longevity, I would say it's about 5 hours. You can probably get that to last a little bit longer if you spray your clothes and you oversprayed this one. It's one I know I'm really gonna like for fall. I know when Dennis smelled it on me, he said it was a little too floral for him. Definitely more of a warm, spicy, amber floral fragrance. It's not overly fruity, and it's one that it's not blind buy safe, but I think it's very beautiful for fall, especially if you live in hotter climates. Okay, next we have L'Interdit by Givenchy, and I did haul the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum, the Intense, and the Rouge. And we're gonna go ahead and pop in my first impressions. Hi guys, so we're gonna do a quick first impressions on Givenchy's L'Interdit. I know I'm probably butchering that, but you guys, I'm not French. I am Hispanic American. So I did purchase two. Now I did sniff this one already in store. This is L'Interdit Eau de Parfum Rouge and L'Entrée Intense. I did pick up the 35 ml bottles because this is more of a fall winter kind of scent to me. Oh yeah, this is really sexy. I don't know if there's a note of licorice, but this does give me something kind of like black licorice vibes. But it's zesty. I believe there is ginger in here. Oh yeah, this one's super sexy. And I remember when I had tested it out at Macy's, it lasted, like I just sprayed one part of my hand and it had lasted till the night. And then the card that I sprayed lasted for days. So I think this is gonna be a really good performing perfume, and I can't wait to wear this one in fall. Now the one that I have not gotten my nose on is the Eau de Parfum Intense. And it's been on my wish list, but I held off till fall to get it. I was going back and forth because a lot of people complained about the sesame note in this one. Some people said it smelled like straight up sesame oil, so I'm hoping I don't get that. Now, definitely gonna be following this up. This is just like my initial thoughts because I am spraying it on a card and it might smell different on my skin. So let's see. Oh, this is not what I was expecting. This is kind of like sweet, like it's sweeter than I thought it was gonna be. I did recently pick up the Eau de Parfum, just the original, and I remember smelling that one, and it, you know, was your classy tuberose scent. This one's a little sweeter on the paper. Ooh, this one's nice. I'm not picking up the sesame, like sesame oil, but there is something kind of like a roasted kind of scent to this. Ooh, this one's really nice. So definitely gonna play with these more, but I just wanted to get on camera and kind of unbox this because this is like really nice. When I saw this, I'm like, when you purchase something, this is usually what you see PR packages when people receive items. It came with some samples. I did get a little baby bottle of the Eau de Parfum. I'm obsessed with like the little mini perfumes, so super cute. I also got this really cute, oh, this is nice, like a little pouch. But let's go ahead and get back into the video. And what I can tell you about all of them, I do want to go into a more in-depth review on all of them, is that they all have great performance, even the Eau de Toilette. These are gorgeous designer perfumes. They smell expensive. They smell like you spent money on them. They have really good performance. The Eau de Toilette I got a little bit after the first three, and I would say that one is probably like 6 or 7, but I want to play with it a little bit more. But the other three are definitely like 7 to 8, maybe even longer perfumes. So first up is the Eau de Toilette, and I do believe the Eau de Parfum came out first, but we're gonna go over the Eau de Toilette first and then we'll go over the other ones. The Eau de Toilette is described as white floral, tuberose, woody, animalic, patchouli, earthy, musky, sweet, citrus, and aromatic. This has notes of poppy, tuberose, orange blossom, musk, patchouli, and vetiver. And this is just a sophisticated, elegant tuberose scent. I would say all of these have the same DNA, with Rouge probably deviating the most, I would say, but the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum, and the Intense have this tuberose orange blossom combo that you can really detect. And I don't know if it's those two combined, but I would see people say it has like a grapiness to it. This does have like a grapiness to it. I think the only perfume that I have with a grape note in it is Casablanca, and I never really got that in that perfume. For me, that was all about the caramel and the crisp green apple note in that one. I never got the grape, but there is something kind of grape-like about it, but in the best way. The tuberose in here isn't like a heady floral or like buttery or like bubblegummy. This is more of a classy kind of tuberose scent. I would say kind of like in the same line as My Way, except My Way probably leans a little bit more like that bubblegum. This one leans more grape, and it's stunning. The Eau de Toilette's a little bit more fresh and clean. Like it's got I don't want you to think overly soapy, but there is something clean about the Eau de Toilette, which makes this perfect for year-round. The Eau de Parfum I think is perfect for year-round, but it is a little bit more deeper and one that might get a little strong if you're not careful, but still stunning. So this one is described as white floral, tuberose, sweet, woody, fruity, patchouli, citrus, vanilla, animalic, and amber. And this one has pear, bergamot, tuberose, orange blossom, jasmine sambac, patchouli, vanilla, ambroxan, and vetiver. And I would say they both open up fresh because this one has bergamot, whereas this one has poppy. But this one, there's just, I guess the musk in here makes this one, it's more of like that kind of clean white musk, I would say, even though it doesn't list white musk. It's more of a clean kind of floral musk, and this one's more amber floral, a little bit more warm. And I would say the opening on both of these is fresh, but this one stays more fresh and clean to me, but they smell very similar. I would say if you have one, you don't need the other. I went ahead and got all of these in 30 mils just because I wanted all of them. They're all beautiful. Once I tried the first 3, I knew I wanted to try the Eau de Toilette, and I'm really, really happy with it. It's got this really pretty musk. It kind of just adds to the scent, making it more of a floral musk. This one a little bit more of your amber floral kind of scent. And then we have the intense version, and this one actually surprised me. I wasn't sure if I wanted this one because I would see people say that it smelled like sesame oil, the sesame note. This one's so pretty. I did have Dennis try all of these, and this was his favorite, I think, because there's a sweetness to this one. Like this one I thought was going to be darker, and it's not necessarily a dark scent. It's to me a more cozier, sweeter version of the Eau de Parfum. Still has a DNA, it's just a little bit more cozy and sweet. Still beautifully blended. All of these are stunning, classy, sophisticated, and the sweetness in here is just a beautiful touch of sweet. So this one is described as white floral, vanilla, tuberose, patchouli, woody, aromatic, warm, spicy, earthy, fresh, spicy, and animalic. And this has top notes of black pepper, tuberose, sesame, orange blossom, Madagascar vanilla, patchouli, and vetiver. I don't really pick up black pepper. This is more of a soft spicy, I would say. It's sweet from the Madagascar vanilla, and then it's got that beautiful tuberose and orange blossom kind of combo. I would say the sesame adds something to it, but I wouldn't say a nuttiness. This doesn't smell like that to me. It's just really nicely blended and rounded, I would say. Rouge. This is one that I did try in store first when I was looking for Dennis's scent for our anniversary, which I was testing out the new Sauvage Elixir, and we ended up picking up that one for him. I had tested this out at Macy's and fell in love. It was like love at first sniff. This is the holidays to me. This is cinnamon, this is spicy. There's no cinnamon in here, but there's just something in here that kind of reminds me a little bit, and I'm not crazy about black licorice, but I don't mind it in some of my perfumes. I don't think it's in this perfume, but there is something in here that's a little black licorice, a little bit cinnamon, and on my skin it came off kind of like cherry coke on my skin. The notes on this one don't really matter because I get all kinds of stuff. This to me is just, again, like holidays in a bottle. This one is described as warm, spicy, white floral, woody, tuberose, citrus, patchouli, earthy, animalic, and powdery. This has blood orange, ginger, tuberose, pimento leaf, jasmine, sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver. I get the DNA in this one, but I would say it deviates a little bit from the first, but not a lot. I still get it. This one to me is the most different with the notes that are added onto it. It's a little bit more spicy. There's a zestiness from the ginger, but it doesn't come off ginger to my nose. It's more like a spicy cinnamon cherry coke kind of scent. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like when perfumes are just really blended where you can't really pick up the notes. That's what kind of happens. And this one is like a cherry Coke with a dash of cinnamon in the beginning. And then it warms up and it just becomes a beautiful, warm, spicy, kind of woody, floral scent. I never get the patchouli in any of these very strong. To me, the patchouli's more for the longevity. This isn't, in my opinion, I can't get the patchouli. And I love patchouli, but I don't really get it in any of these perfumes. So if you're scared of patchouli, I would still say give it a try. I would say start with the Eau de Toilette. It's, to me, a very classy, elegant white floral. And then from there, I would say these perfumes tend to get a little bit more bold. I also think the Intense and the Eau de Parfum are kind of interchangeable, like both are pretty intense. I would just say that the Intense in the black bottle is a little bit more sweet to me. And then this one's just warm, spicy. Beautiful scent. If you can get samples, I mean, these are at Macy's, Bloomingdale's. You could try them out at the counter, Dillard's. If you like tuberose scents, I think these are gonna be more likable, especially the Eau de Toilette. It's a little bit more clean. But these are going to be, to me, the more likable ones. And then you would have to see how these play on your skin. Because again, some people really pick up the sesame in this one. And then some people don't like the spiciness in this one, which I'm not sure if that's from the pimento leaf, but I love it. I'm telling you, this haul was really good. Next, we have Beyond Romance by Ralph Lauren. And these two did recently come in. I did test this out a couple days, and then the Ralph Lauren Parfum, I only tested out once. This one was actually one that shocked me, because this isn't one that I would normally pick up. I saw Kathleen Lights talk about this one. Beyond Romance by Ralph Lauren, and this one's described as fruity, musky, powdery vanilla, sweet, rose, woody, white floral, citrus, and amber. And this scent is so pretty. It's so girly, so yummy, sweet, and kind of pink. If you like Ariana Grande's Ari, Sweet Like Candy, and Viva La Juicy, it falls in that kind of scent profile, but I would say this one is a little bit more grown up. And I own or owned all those perfumes, so I'm not saying that they're for kids. I'm saying they smell a little younger. This one, there are other notes making it feel a little bit more grown up, but it falls in that kind of sweet category. Like, this to me smells like if Sweet Like Candy and Ari had a baby, but it smells a little bit more like Ari. It also smells more like a designer scent, I would say. So if you like those, but maybe felt that they smelled a little synthetic or kind of like a celebrity. I know there's this stigma around celebrity scents. I like them, but I know some people say that they kind of smell cheap. I would say give this one a chance. This is really, really nice. So this one has notes of raspberry, mandarin orange, bergamot, rose de mai, lily of the valley, jasmine, vanilla, cashmeran, and white musk. So I think it's the cashmeran, the white musk, and the lily of the valley that are kind of making this perfume smell a little bit more elevated and of better quality, I would say. But this does smell a lot like Ari and a little bit like Sweet Like Candy. I would say more Ari. And then around like the Viva La Juicy kind of perfumes. I could see this being a compliment getter. Guys like those kinds of scents, but again, this one's a little bit, it's got a little bit more going on to it. I think it's the musk and the cashmeran that just make this one more elevated. So again, that is Beyond Romance by Ralph Lauren. And then last we have Ralph Lauren's Romance Parfum. And this one, oh my goodness. So when I sprayed this one, I was transported back to my 20s when I used to wear Romance, the Eau de Parfum. I've heard that one's been reformulated. I don't know. I haven't revisited that one. It was a perfume that I pretty much wore 22, 23. It was my signature scent for a couple of years. And it was one that Dennis never loved or disliked. I think he just associated it with me going out, and we weren't together at the time. We were just friends. But this one, I would say, is a stronger, soft, spicy version of the original, and there's something almost more clean and crisp about this one. So this one is their 2021 release, and this one is a Chypre floral. So this one is described as rose, floral, musky, soft, spicy, fruity, woody, sweet, powdery, yellow floral, and patchouli. And this has blackcurrant blossom, pink pepper, violet leaves, May rose, ylang ylang, jasmine, musk, and patchouli. And this scent, again, it reminded me of the original without being the original, if that makes sense. Like, there's just something clean about this one. Soft, spicy is probably coming from the pink pepper. This is beautiful. I only got to wear this one time, but I could not stop sniffing myself. This is the original, but better, in my opinion. It's just a little bit more grown, I would say. More spiciness to it. It's fresh, it's clean. Really pretty. So again, that's Romance Parfum. So that is my very fall haul. These are perfumes that I think are beautiful for fall time. I would say the ones that are really nice for hotter climate are going to be these four right here. We have Super Gorgeous, L'Interdit, the Eau de Toilette, and then both of the Romance, the Beyond Romance and then Romance Parfum. This one is sweet, but it's not as sweet as I thought. Like, I was a little nervous when I saw some of the reviews on this one. I thought it was gonna be like sickeningly sweet. Definitely not something I would wear in summer, but I think this will work nicely in hotter climate around fall. Like, it's kind of a sweet scent. You can wear this one year round though, honestly. You could wear all of the four I just mentioned year round. This is another one that you could wear year round, but I would be careful with the sprays because this one could get cloying. These two I would reserve more for fall and winter. I'm really looking forward to revisiting those, and with that we're gonna go ahead and get into part 2 of my video, which are other perfumes that I hauled last time that I am looking forward to revisiting. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.